Hello everybody, it's CDS here, and welcome to the 6th Hot Wheels Racing Tournament, and we have a grand total of 64 cars. And let's get started. First up we have 1963 DB5 versus the first newbie Speed Spider. And the winner is going to be What a Race! And 1963 DB5 wins. Next up, we have the second newbie Power Piston versus Hopper. And the winner is going to be Power Piston. Next up is the third newbie MR11 versus Perfect Speed. And the winner is going to be Perfect Speed. Next up is Pizza Delivery versus Mistletoe. And Mistletoe wins. Next up is the fourth newbie 24 Hours versus Z-Wiz. And 24 Hours wins. Next up is 17 Acura NSX versus the fifth debuting car, Dodge Challenger Drift car. And a shout out to Hunter for getting me that at a hockey rink. And the winner is going to be Dodge Challenger Drift car. Next up is the sixth debuter Carbonic versus 31 Doozy. And 31 Doozy will win. Next up is the seventh debuting car, 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor versus Ferrari. And 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor will win on this debut. Next up is Speedbox versus Amazoom. And the winner is going to be Speedbox. Next up is Chevrolet 38 versus the eighth debuting car, Epic Fast. And Chevrolet 38 will win. Next up is the previous champion Street Cooper and the four-time champion, and up against the runner-up Land Crusher. And the winner is going to be Street Creeper. Next up is the Vanster versus the ninth debuting car, Time Tracker. And the winner is going to be Time Tracker. Next up is Spoiler Sport versus the 10th debuting car, GT100. And GT100 will win. Next up is 1972 Ford Rancho versus the 11th debuting car, Mario. And the winner is going to be Mario. Next up is the 12th debuting car, Bone Speeder versus Track Team. And the winner is going to be Bone Speeder. Next up is Winning Formula versus Blue Corvette. And the winner is going to be Winning Formula. Next up is the 13th debuting car, Twin Mill 3. He'll be taking on Red Bone Shaker. And it's going to be Red Bone Shaker. Next up is the 14th debuting car, Fast 4 WD. He'll be taking on Orange Bone Shaker. And the winner is going to be Orange Bone Shaker. Next up is the 15th debuting car, DR3. He'll be taking on Streamliner. And the winner is going to be Streamliner. Next up is Howlin' Heat versus Heavy Chevy. And the winner is going to be Howlin' Heat. Next up is the 16th debuting car, Circle Trucker. He'll be taking on Super Blizzard. And the winner is going to be Circle Trucker. Next up is Neat Streeter versus the 17th debuting car, Blue Bone Shaker. And the winner is going to be Blue Bone Shaker. Next up is the 18th debuting car, Street Shaker. He'll be taking on Zodic. And the winner is going to be Street Shaker. Next up is Fiat 500C versus the 19th debuting car, Prototype H24. And the winner is going to be Prototype H24. Next up is 50th year anniversary Dodge versus the 20th debuting car, Twin Induction. And the winner is going to be 50th year anniversary Dodge. Next up is 2008 Lancer Evolution versus the 21st debuting car, Ball Stick. And the winner is going to be Next up is Highway Patrol versus the 22nd debuting car, Torque Twister. And the winner is going to be Torque Twister. Next up is Custom 4 Maverick versus the 23rd debuting car, Scorcher.
And the winner is going to be Scorcher.
Next up is 1980 Corvette versus the 24th debuting car, Honda Racer.
And the winner is going to be Honda Racer.
Next up is Lamborghini Orca versus the 25th debuting car, Gazella GT.
And the winner is going to be Gazella GT.
Next up is Z-Rod versus Raceway 308.
And the winner is going to be Z-Rod.
And the final race of round number 1 is going to be Rocket Box versus the 26th and final debuting car, Quick and Sick.
And the winner is going to be Rocket Box.
Alright guys, here we are, round 2.
We're going to kick these off with 1963 DB5 versus Power Piston. And the winner is going to be 1963 DB5.
Next up is Perfect Speed versus Mistletoe.
And the winner is going to be What a Race. And just by that much, Perfect Speed will win against Mistletoe.
Next up is 24 Hours versus Dodge Challenger Drift car.
And the winner is going to be 24 Hours.
Next up is 31 Doozy versus 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor.
And 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor will move on.
Next up is Speedbox versus Chevrolet 38.
And the winner is going to be Speedbox.
Next up is Street Creeper versus Time Tracker.
And the winner is going to be Street Creeper.
Next up is GT Hunter versus Mario.
And the winner is going to be Mario.
Next up is Bone Speeder versus Winning Formula.
And the winner is going to be Bone Speeder.
Next up is the Battle of the Bone Shakers, Red versus Orange.
And the winner is going to be Red Bone Shaker.
Next up is Screamliner versus Howlin' Heat.
And the winner is going to be Howlin' Heat.
Next up is Circle Trucker versus Blue Bone Shaker.
And the winner is going to be Blue Bone
Next
Shaker.
up is Street Shaker versus Prototype H24.
And the winner is going to be Prototype H24.
Next up is 50th year anniversary Dodge versus Ballstick.
And the winner is going to be What a Race, but Ballstick will
Next up is Torque Twister versus Scorcher.
And Torque Twister will
And
win.
the final race of round number 2 is going to be Z-Rod versus Rocket Box.
And the winner is going to be Z-Rod.
Alright guys, here we are, round 3.
We're going to kick things off with 1963 DB5 versus Perfect Speed. And the winner is going to be Perfect Speed.
Next up is 24 Hours versus 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor.
And there's going to be 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor.
Next up is Speedbox versus Street Creeper.
And the winner is going to be Street Creeper.
Next up is Mario versus Bone Speeder.
And the winner is going to be Bone Speeder.
Next up is Red Bone Shaker versus Howlin' Heat.
And the winner is going to be Red Bone Shaker.
Next up is Blue Bone Shaker versus Prototype H24.
And the winner is going to be Blue Bone Shaker.
Next up is Ballstick versus Torque Twister.
And the winner is going to be Ballstick.
And the final race of round number 3 is going to be Honda Racer versus Z-Rod.
And the winner is going to be Honda Racer.
Alright guys, here we are with the quarterfinals.
We're going to kick things off with Perfect Speed and 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. And it's going to be 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor.
Next up is Street Creeper versus Bone Speeder.
And the winner is going to be Street Creeper.
Next up is the Battle of the Bone Shakers, Red versus Blue.
And the winner is going to be Red Bone Shaker.
And the final race of round number 4 is going to be Ballstick and Honda Racer.
And the winner is going to be What a Race. But Honda Racer will be in the semifinals.
Alright guys, here we are with the semifinals. We have 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. And we have Street Creeper, the 4-time champion, Red Bone Shaker, and Honda Racer. And so we're going to kick this off with 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor versus Street Creeper. And the winner is going to be 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor finally defeating Street Creeper. So that means we're going to have a new champion. Who will meet 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor in the finals? Red Bone Shaker or Honda Racer? And the winner is going to be Red Bone Shaker. Alright guys, here we are with the finals. We have 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor who is making his debut. And we have Red Bone Shaker. The winner of Hot Wheels Race It Tournament number 6 is going to be none other than 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor winning on his debut. Man, what a race. Congratulations to 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. Red Bone Shaker, you were close. You were one step closer to winning. And congratulations to 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor for winning. And I'll see you guys in Hot Wheels Race Tournament number 7.